Live show.
Tom, hey. I know she's following me up. Big boss man shit. Yeah.
I've been telling me in different roles. Me and bro, we switching roles. Hit her with a pick and roll. Tell her just a player role. I ain't trying to take it slow.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Ade.
It's your boy Ope.
And
welcome back to another episode of Boss Talks.
Well, guys, we're doing a little different today, as you guys can see.
Yeah, I can't wait.
We do it. Cannot wait, bro. We hungry, starving.
What they call it, mukbang?
Mukbang style today, all right? Mukbang podcast.
Something a little light.
You feel me?
If you guys like it, comment down below.
Definitely.
Make sure you guys have your plate. Join us for the conversation.
Oh, definitely.
And let's get it.
Oh, well, we don't hesitate. We will not hesitate to do this again because eating food, we love to eat food. So definitely comment down below which food you want us to try out next.
Yeah, if you got some good spots, comment them spots down below. But
we got a good episode for y'all today, man. We're gonna be talking about what is good money management.
What is good money management? While Ade brings it into the topic, I'm gonna take this first slice.
Oh no, yes, sir. Oh yes.
No, all right. So what is money management? Ade, what do you think money management is?
Money management is knowing how to spend your money wisely, you know?
Yeah.
Not splurging too much, spending your money on the right things, the necessities that you need, like food, no? Not wasting your money, so basically it's not wasting your money. So let me take one bite into it.
I can agree with that. Honestly, money management in the sense that you need to be able to receive whatever lump sum of money and then manage your priorities from that.
Mm-hmm.
Not going out and splurging from it. Not just being irrational and just you see something, I gotta buy it off rip. No, you gotta sit down and think to yourself, do I really need it? And if I do need it, can I afford it multiple times?
Yeah, and it's definitely having that comfortable factor to it. That you know that you have some money left over in the bank. So if necessary, like an emergency happens that you're not planned for, you have extra funds in the bank to say, okay, you know, I've saved enough money and I got it for those times that you may need it. So that's definitely what good money management is for.
I agree with that. And good money management can lead to a whole amount of things that benefit you, not only yourself, but your family, your friends, and just the people around you. People are going to look towards you and say that he has, or she, it doesn't matter, or anybody, it doesn't matter, has the ability to manage their own money and make the right decisions. I can be around them. I can see myself learning something from them. You don't want to be around somebody you don't learn nothing from.
Mm-hmm.
Be that person that somebody learns from. And that's why I truly do think money management is so important. And it's really, really, really needs a highlight on it.
Definitely, for sure. So why is it so hard for people to manage their money properly, especially in this generation, bro? Because we've seen the stuff online, people with low credit scores. You know what I'm saying?
Drop video right here.
It was Malachi. Let me see that shit good. It was Malachi. Yeah, let me see good.
And I did something wrong.
Nah, good. That bitch. Damn. Bitch, I wouldn't front you a gram.
Lowest credit score we've ever seen was, what was it, 4?
4.
How do you get a credit score of 4, bro? How is that even possible?
Even his own friends couldn't believe it. But
yeah. So
let us know if you guys have seen credit scores lower than 4. I doubt it. But
I think that's a Guinness World Record, bro. Got to be a world record.
Man, you should be ashamed of yourself. Be ashamed.
to be in the record book for that, bro.
We got to start bringing back shaming people into prevalence. Not shaming people into like doing something to themselves, but shaming them to push them to do better. Because a 4, not even 10.
That's what I'm saying. I couldn't even get to the double digits.
That could happen in an African household. Not at all.
That's crazy.
But why is it hard for people to have money management or
why is it so hard for people to manage their money properly in this generation?
Well, just speaking from an objective standpoint, I truly do believe people are influenced by the factors around them. One, it may not be positive. I think social media has had a positive outlook, but then when it got to our hands and then started being propagated throughout the world, it had a negative impact where it made people realize, I want this, this, and that. But in reality, it's not helping them get better in life. It's only making them spend more money, which in reality is not making them live comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And then they put themselves in a rat race, which I spoke about last pod. And it's a very real thing that people don't bring attention to. And I don't want to live bill by bill. I want to be able to have different sources of money coming into my pocket helping me. And I think people don't value that. People would rather live in the now. People want to enjoy. They don't think about their future. They don't think about their kids' future. Let me not say all people, but it's not at people's forefront or the forefront of their mind. Right now, people live in a time where they need to have things for themselves, for them to feel good, instead of trying to save and plan for the future to still have something good in the future. But what do you think, Ade?
I think in this generation specifically, the system it makes it hard for people that are living with minimum wage income to manage their money properly, because it's just so much that they have to go against. They're going against inflation, low hourly rates, bills are getting higher. You know what I'm saying? Rent is crazy. So
Inflation is crazy right now.
So it's just hard for people to manage that with a minimum wage income in this society. It's very hard. So just to say, because let's say the average American makes like $40,000 a year.
I'll say 40, 50,000. That's being generous.
That's being generous. So it's like with that, with all the bills you have to pay, with buying food and putting your kids through school and all the other stuff you got to take care of in between. It's just like, it's very hard for somebody to manage that little income that they're getting with all the inflation and all the bills that they have to pay in between that. But I do think it's still possible, but it's just,
that's fair.
It makes it very hard for the average American, you know?
I 100% agree. And a lot of people were given or dealt bad cards. And I won't use that as an excuse. I would just say that they didn't have the same resources some people may have in the western part of the world, like if we're just talking about the rest of the world. But to say that those problems are holding you back from learning how to manage that said money you do receive properly is making excuses. And I don't want to give nobody an excuse or a way out. I want people to hold themselves accountable. Everybody has their own plans. Everybody has their own path. But the problem is when people jump or view somebody else's path, say, I like that, I want that, I want to have that lifestyle. And now they're not working towards it. They're just spending money to act as if they have that lifestyle. This is where people's money is going to, and people's money is being wasted on. Instead of trying to maximize the cards they were dealt, and then try to grow from there. Like, continue to compound your money, build it up, make investments here and there that will lead to more money. And then over time, you could have that lifestyle instead of trying to act on it. But I don't know.
Yeah, no, crazy. Definitely.
You guys let us know.
It could definitely be the individual's fault too, because if you're living that type of lifestyle that you can't afford, then
just trying to act as if you're that person,
that's going to be your fault. But if you're being a modest person, you're being humble, you're living within your means. But you just still have so much stuff to take care of. Like, life is not planned. Like, things can change in an instant.
Absolutely.
So, you know, you could be fine today, and then an emergency happens tomorrow, and then the amount of money you're making, it just can't keep up with the circumstances that you're dealing with at that moment. So that's why it's just like,
100% agree.
Everybody's situation is different, but you yourself as the person that's watching this video, you know what situation you're in. You know what living within your means is. So just try to stay in that lane as much as possible, and then that will help you manage your money properly at the end of the day.
At least that would be the first step in managing your money. Things happen. You're gonna have expenses throughout life. That to say that is us not being genuine. That's just BSing. And I won't do that. I'm gonna give it to you guys the real. Nah, I didn't take a piece. I gotta take another piece. Hold on. Because he going through these slices a little too quickly. I gotta get in line. Always get yours, y'all. But honestly, that's just the first step to bettering yourself, and not only showing that you know or you comprehend that the environment I'm in may have its effects on me, but I can still get to that next level. And that's what it's all about. That's honestly what I'll say is, if anything else, that'll help you get more money in the long run. Definitely work on that, y'all. What else? What I would also ask you now, what other examples could you think of that people don't really use or allocate their money on appropriately when it comes to managing? Like, what things do they do?
Oh, to get themselves in like debt?
Yeah, or not give themselves the best opportunity to get out of debt.
Okay, so some ways people don't manage their money properly, I would say, is they're prioritizing, especially if you didn't make it in life yet. They're prioritizing distractions, like you're going out every single day, not focusing on your businesses, not focusing on your work, putting in overtime. Because if you didn't make it, and you're trying to save as much money as you can to help you better yourself, or to have money to invest, I would say you should prioritize putting in overtime at work.
100% agree.
Especially if your wages are not like you're making minimum wage. The average person works like what 40 hours a week. That's what it is for a full-time job.
That's the minimum.
You should definitely be putting in more than 40 hours a week.
Take advantage.
Take advantage of the overtime that is available to you.
Especially if it's damn well like double the pay that you'll get regularly.
Mm-hmm.
Why not?
Time and a half.
Is it really that important that you have to go to the club to spend more money on bottles that you're gonna share? And it's like you're being overcharged, so you could get said bottles for 1/10 of what they're being charged in the club. Like, let's be honest about it. You can come around, those same friends, and enjoy each other's company. That's the problem. People's priorities are jacked up.
Are all over the place. So especially if you're only working one job 40 hours a week,
you're not putting yourself in the
get another job.
Yeah,
work overtime. Especially if you know that you're not managing your money properly.
Yeah,
and you don't have funds in your bank account and you're living paycheck to paycheck. Prioritize getting the bag. It's only going to help you in the long run get out of that situation, so you are more comfortable to do the things that you actually want to do in life.
I agree.
So that's definitely one thing I would say. Also, I think some people, we can talk about credit now since we were talking about actual money. We can talk about credit. People are like opening credit cards and they're running up their credit card bills, buying all this crazy stuff. And then they know at the end of the day, they're not going to have the money to pay those cards back.
Yeah.
So that's lowering your credit score. That's lowering your opportunities in the future that you have to open another credit card, get a loan for something that you want to do for like a house or something like that, or a car one day. Your credit score is going to be 4, and then you have no credit, so nobody's going to give you a loan for that opportunity to get something.
No matter how much money you have, too, especially if you want a car.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say you want to pay off rip right then and there. If your credit is bad, they're going to look at you some type of way and say, okay, they're going to look at you some way and say that your money is no good in a lot of locations.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to judge you. You don't want that type of judgment, especially if you work hard for your money. Work hard on your credit as well. Mm-hmm. Your credit is also money. It's just digitalized, especially everything nowadays where it's going to the digitalized market. Why not do that? My brother.
Mm-hmm. I know we're slowing down a little today, bro, but it's mukbang style, so we're trying to enjoy ourselves a little bit. So what are some ways that you think why this generation is not managing their money properly?
Like we said before, we touched on it. People like to inflame their ego. They want to go out and spend the most money just to drink basic I'm sorry to say, alcohol is poison. We're poisoning our body, and we're doing it trying to prove a point, and then at the end of the day, we're just losing out on money. And no, I don't want to take money out of owners' pockets. I'm all for businesses. You feel me? There's always going to be people that are buying bottles, but when it gets to the point where we're spending 4, 5, 6 times the amount for the same bottle, and then you are now looking at your friends like, I need this amount of money. When in reality, you guys could buy at least 7 or 8 of those same bottles and just enjoyed each other's company, just to try to look as if you have more money than the next man, instead of worrying on your own pockets, making sure your own pockets is good. And I truly feel that people don't bring that they don't have that right mindset when it comes to saving their bread. And if people realize that going out, it should just be for me to enjoy company and maybe sometimes splurge, sure, but not every week. I gotta go out, drop $400 or $500 on one bottle. That is illogical. If we're just being point blank period about it.
So, is there any other ways you think people are not managing their money properly? I say another way is people that like use excessive recreational drugs. That's definitely gonna not help you manage your money properly in all aspects of your life.
Agreed.
1, you have to pay for it, so that you're already losing money from that. 2, when you're off those drugs, your motivation is going to be
decrease.
So now you're wasting that time that you could have been spending, putting
Making
in that
money.
overtime,
Yep.
putting in that work. So it's like, it's a lose-lose situation for me. I don't understand why people do it.
3, you should have brought this up. You feel me? Especially if we're gonna talk about it, your health. Because without your health, you ain't gonna be able to make no type of money.
That's a
You
fact.
ain't gonna be able to enjoy nothing. So if you're going crazy, indulging in all of these unnecessary recreational drugs, you're taking away opportunities for yourself to be the healthiest. Because if you smoking, at the end of the day, of course, it's gonna catch up on your lungs. Especially if you're not being active, you're not working now, you're not doing nothing. It's compounding. Now you're eating out all the time. That's another thing. People go crazy with the eating out. Hey, don't judge us though. You feel me?
Then you said the wrong thing at the wrong time, bro.
But I can say I don't do this every day. I can say I don't. This is not my everyday or every meal type of thing. This is a once in a while thing. It's a mukbang. You feel me? Hope you guys is enjoying it as well.
Word.
But at the end of the day, people go over. Like that's the point. Like it's overdoing it. That excessiveness. That's it. Don't help your money. It don't help you save money. And I feel if people understood that more, they would probably start thinking that, all right, let me chill off on this. Maybe this is not a necessity. I like it. I want it. My friend Jackie got it. Do I really need it though? Just to show that I'm just as good as you, Jackie? Who cares? Be the main character of your story. And that's the problem. People are trying to be the main characters of other people's story. They're trying to get the money other people get. Worry about the money you get. So that when you get to the money that they getting, you can always look at them in the same the same way as they will look at you. They're not gonna look down on you. Because if your money not right and you just looking like you got money, the people with the money gonna look at you like you a clown. But that's why I got
Amen to that.
Like that's just the truth of the matter.
I like how you said that it affects your health too, because if you're hospitalized,
Can't get bread.
it's just you losing money, hospital bills, and you limiting yourself to go to work. So you can't go to work and make money. So it's like that's a double negative. So I work in undisclosed locations, so I see this all the time. People come in with polysubstance abuse, drugs, they're hospitalized, and even it can go as far as cardiac arrest, and now they're in a vegetative state for the rest of their life. And these are young guys, young people that I see that come into my undisclosed location. But so it's like you're just throwing your whole life away at that point. Just be careful is all I gotta say. If you're gonna do it, just be safe, be careful.
Be smart about it. Don't overindulge. If you're gonna do it with at least do it with some type of plan on your mind. Do something with it. Like I know people that smoke and they go to the gym. At least you're getting active. I'll say you're maximizing your time. Don't just sit away wasting the day. Time is something that we can't get back. And money is time. And if you're wasting your time, you're wasting your money. And if you ain't making money during that time,
is that really good money management?
No, it's not.
Come on now.
So let's work on that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right.
Next question.
What are some tips? We already gave a lot of tips.
Hey, wait. Before that, are you managing your money properly? You yourself.
I think I am, honestly. Without going too far into my pockets, which I hope you guys are not watching that. You shouldn't be because I'm not watching yours. Don't watch my pockets. But I honestly do feel, I've said it many times, I've sacrificed going out with my friends to make sure I locked in on my hours, building as much capital as I possibly could, just maximizing the hours I can get from overtime. Even when I do go out, I put myself to a set price or a set budget. A lot of people don't go outside with a budget. They go outside ready to spend a bag. Is that good money management? Comment down below yes or no. I don't think so. A lot of people go out to go window shop and come back with 10, 15 bags. That's not good money management either. Me personally, I don't do that. I'm very much a minimalist. A lot of people say I'm cheap. People may say I'm stingy. I say I'm smart with my money. Because if I want it, I'm going to buy it. But there's times when I look to myself, getting ready to purchase something, I ask myself, because I overthink everything. I ask myself 2 to 3 times before I even get to the register, do I really need it? And for what? For what? Like Gucci is fire. Louis is fire. Fendi, beautiful. All of the designer brands, fire. But I have my own literal brand. Why would I not put money into that instead? That's good money management.
Mm-hmm.
That's utilizing your money appropriately. So that's why I feel that I have capitalized. And I'll say it now. I'm not even at where I will be in 5 years. I'll say that now. And I already know I'm great. I'll just be greater. What about you, Ade?
I feel like I have good money management. Like Up said, we don't watch pockets around here,
No.
but I feel like I'm doing pretty decent for my stage in life right now. And like he said, we're only gonna get greater. We're only gonna get. It's only up from here. So,
and I pray all you guys get great too.
Stay in tune to see the rise.
100%. And I pray that all you guys honestly continue to motivate yourselves and look at us as motivation as well to do better. I'm not saying I'm the best. Ade's not saying he's the best, but we're saying we're better than we were yesterday, and we want to be better tomorrow and every other day following that.
It's us versus ourselves.
Every year, every day, every time, anytime you wake up, it's always you versus yourself. And I hope if anything else, our words motivate you to go harder. Shit. I toast last pizza to y'all, you feel me? My God. At the end of the day,
dogged that pizza.
We did. But at the end of the day, don't let nothing, especially yourself, hold you back from getting the money that you want, especially if you're looking at somebody else. You have nobody to blame but yourself. If you're looking and watching somebody else's pockets, trying to esteem to be like them without the proper money management skills, you're doing yourself a disservice. And I'll say we all need to work on ourselves to better ourselves. And that just coincides with money management. Absolutely coincides with money management. Quick question though. I'd ask you, at what time, any point in your life, have you had an opportunity where you questioned your own money management skills? Objectively.
No.
Never?
Even when I was young. I think we had our first job together.
You definitely did.
Since Flint and O'Hara.
Definitely did.
Hey, shout out to the old Flint and O'Hara crew.
No, to the crew for sure.
Shout out to y'all.
To the bosses.
But to the bosses and the managers.
I pray you're doing well in life. I pray, hey.
Amen. But since even then, bro, I still think I've saved all that money from my first job, and it's probably still in my bank account somewhere.
The crazy thing is, it's still for me too. But I say that's good money management, though.
I've always been a good saver because it's like, I don't even know how to explain it. You're just spending all your money for what, when you know you have to get to a higher level in your life. So it's like, I knew from that day when I first had my first job that, all right, well, we were making like what, $8 an hour? We weren't even making nothing, bro.
Was it $8? If it was $8, Flint and O'Hara, you owe me some money,
bro. We were barely making,
because we was slaving in there.
We was definitely slaving, bro, but we was barely making
it was
any
minimum
money.
Wage.
But you know, we had plans, you know, to get somewhere. Like maybe our plans were different at that time, but I think my plan was to buy a car at that time, because I was like, what, 14, 15 years old, 15, 16. So
no, we were about 15, 16.
15, 16. So it was like, my plans at that point was to save up enough money to get a car, and you know,
honestly, yeah, I 100% agree with that. I could attribute it to the heritage that we have, the lineage we come from, and the culture that we were raised in. I'm not saying it to say my culture is better than anybody else, but I can say that my parents gave me a strong foundation. And our foundation is rooted in our heritage of Nigerian culture. And I'm proud. I'm a proud Nigerian, I'm a proud African. And I'm proud to have had the teachings that my parents taught me. Because their teachings didn't only come from them. Their teachers came from multiple other people. And a very big thing about the African culture is, I could say, is when a child is raised by the village. That means they're raised by everybody. So my parents may have not told me stories specifically dealing with them, but they told me stories that dealt with their friends or their family, that even they would tell me, because they want me to grow. They want the next generation to grow. And that's what it really starts from. It starts from discipline, the top of the head, working down and showing the right path to those around them. And I'm proud and I'm happy that my parents reinforced in my mind to save at a young age. Because looking at my peers, I see a lot of my peers, they struggle with saving. And it's not their fault. A lot of times it is. But I can at least be objective and say They weren't given the right or fair cards. They weren't taught the proper ways to save. Even if it may be called penny pitching. At the end of the day, you're putting money and saving it in your pocket. You might not be using it right now, but you could use it in the future for something else that could help better you.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm very happy that I had that growing up. And then just working multiple jobs, realizing that I don't like this job. I want to work towards a better job. I want to get my money up. I didn't like this check. I want more money in my check. It's all about seeing what the hands you're dealt and then learning to grow from that. And I'm blessed. You blessed. Y'all blessed. You know what I mean? Boss Talks is blessed. Cheers to that. Hey, cheers, my brother. You know.
Cheers to that.
Go ahead. But besides that,
yeah, even at a young age, my dad even taught me how to
to
save my money, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Save. Like
shout out to
anytime
our
you have
parents.
like a birthday or something.
Shout out to our parents.
You know, your cousins, your aunties, your uncles will give you some money.
Yeah,
it's like, yo, save this. You're not spending this right now.
I ain't
save
gonna
it.
say that. They took it, but we ain't gonna talk about that right now. I still need that, Mom. Dad, I need my money.
Hey, when we got to a certain age, they stopped taking it. Well, I
made sure I had
mine.
Yeah.
You know, so I was saving that for sure. So that's definitely a big part of it. So what tips do you have to give to people in this generation to help save their money?
Tips. One, don't worry about what people may call you if you do save your money. At the end of the day, there's gonna be times when people are gonna judge you. I say judging is just part of life. Like at the end of the day, you can walk outside and you'll be judged. You could just literally walk out of your house and be judged for that. It's all about how you manage that judgment. Don't let that judgment get to you, especially if that judgment is affecting your money. If people are saying, "Oh, you're whack for not coming outside. You boring. You trash." So I got money in my pockets, like, and a lot of those people, they going outside to spend their money. You going outside to making money from work. That's smart money management. Don't let people try trick you into spending more money. Don't be a sucker.
Because all you're doing is helping the business owner. Why not just be the business owner?
But it also contributes to other things as well. Look, we're gonna talk about this on another pod. But if you tricking your money, is that really smart money management? We talk about that another time.
Man, if you out here tricking, this is a little preview. Seek help. You giving your hard-earned money to somebody for what?
But I won't say, hey, if you're the woman and you getting tricked off on you getting the money, keep getting that money. That's their fault. They don't got good money management. You do.
Amen.
You
Amen
making your money. I'm happy.
Amen to the queens out there, man.
I would suggest do not fall into the trap of letting people don't fall into the trap of letting people trick you into spending more money, regardless if it's on them, on objects or accessories, or drinks or food. Like, unless you want to do it, or unless you're in a position where you can do it multiple times. If you could do it multiple times, you got it. You got money. All right, that's all I'm saying. What's a tip that you think? We can go back and forth with the tips. I think that would be a good idea.
Well, I think a good tip is how to save your paycheck properly. I say
allocating money.
You make 10, you spend 2, you save 8. So whatever that 20% is, whether it's your bills or whatever you got to take care of, or whatever fun activities you have, 20% is the cutoff for me, and save 80% of your check. That's a good way to save your money, because at the end of the day, you're always going to have that 80% built up in your pocket. And if you do that for a year, you're saving the majority of your paychecks. You're going to see a huge lump sum of money in your savings account at the end of the year if you just follow that one simple rule. So prioritize saving.
Let me be objective, because a lot of people, we spoke about it earlier, a lot of people fell into the rat race where they have to live bill by bill. So this is to the message to the younger people. If you have the opportunity to live at home and stack your money, and then at some point, maybe 24, 25, 26 or so on, move out after working for 4 or 5 years after school, why not take advantage of that? A lot of people rush to move out. Some people, I don't know a lot of people's predicaments or whatever, but if you have the opportunity and you're in good standings with your parents, and your parents are willing to let you stay, even if it's renting a room for a lot cheaper, because in New York, everything is going up and rent is going crazy up. If you can save that money, that's only helping you manage your money even better.
If you have that means,
take advantage of that.
Take advantage of that.
Don't let people say like, "Oh, you need to move out." If you're not moved out by 22, you're not doing it in life.
No, man. Everybody's situation is different.
Because if you talk to homeowners or you talk to people that rent or have to pay rent, they're gonna tell you, "Damn, I wish I spent a couple more years, stacked up a few more dollars." Some people go back home after doing it for 4 years because they're so expensive and they didn't have the right money management. So please take some of these tips.
Don't follow your peers because you don't know what their life is. You don't know what's in their bank.
You don't know what they may have benefited from. You don't know what they're
going through. So it's like it's you versus you. You know what's within your means, within your heart. If you feel like it's not right for you, don't do it.
I agree.
Don't do it. Especially if your bank account is looking at you with a side eye. Do not.
If your bank account weighing on every check, like you weighing on every check, that means we got a problem. Houston, we got a problem. But don't let your account get into overdrive. Be smart with the money. Be, like Ade said, that 80-20 rule. Even if you can't do 80-20, if you could do at least over 50, that's 5 more. Even if it's 40, a lot of people can't even save 10% of their check. Save something.
Yeah.
Save something for the day. You don't have to always eat out. Plan appropriately. Go buy groceries. A lot of time, groceries are cheaper than eating out. Especially if you're eating out. Every time you eat, it's eating out. 1, you're not helping your health. 2, you're not helping your pockets. Like, let's be honest about it.
Yeah. Eating out is expensive.
But you guys could do it whenever we have a mukbang. You feel me? Join us. But also make sure you guys like and subscribing and sharing. Definitely push us at our Instagram to our Instagram will be in this corner or that corner. Either or. I don't know. It don't matter. And also make sure you guys check out the bossmateshop.com. Have a whole bunch of apparel there. Soon
coming out soon.
Very soon.
Very soon. Keep an eye out for that. You guys comment down below. Are you managing your money properly? And leave some tips for the next man,
or next woman,
or next woman,
or next person. It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Everybody need to manage their money. Let's be honest about it.
If you have any tips, even for us, we're open to new ideas.
We're always ready to grow,
to learning. So
yes,
definitely put down in below some tips that you guys have,
and make sure y'all subscribing.
Word,
and that notification bell. But it's been your boy up there.
Ade.
Boss Talks.
Boss Talks.
We holla at y'all.
Out of here.
Finish the slice though.
Lately I've been thinking what's the better route. Gotta watch at that back door, they try to take me out. I ain't getting paid, stressing out.
Drop dummy.